Make it stop.
All right, hello there, my motherfuzzers. Today's episode brought to you again by Nestle Pure Life. Get in the game. I don't know. I wish. Hit me up, Nestle. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. If you guys have been ordering stuff from me, not only for the orders and the monetary aspect of that, obviously, but the feedback. If you guys have been leaving feedback and helping me build up this new account, I really do appreciate it. My sales last 31 days. You guys remember last video, I think I was up 70 or 80%, 90%, something like that. My sales were up over the past 30 days. As of right now, last 30 days, sales are up 186.6%, which is nuts. A lot of that has to do with me listing a lot more high-end stuff. We completely stopped, not completely, but we really tried to condition ourselves to stop trying and get, stop trying to get those $5, $10, even $15 items and look for those $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $100 items. And it has been helping immensely. So I think that's a big reason that our sales are so high up. And also the transition out into the eBay shed has helped phenomenally. It's just a lot more efficient, and I've been getting a lot more listings done because of that, and shipping is a lot easier and all that good stuff. So anyways, let's get right into it, guys. We're starting off here with a copy of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Oh god, for the Nintendo 3DS. It was on sale. $13. Oh god, Lord, $13.49 plus shipping on top. Then we had a copy of Guitar Hero 2, and I'm pretty sure that this went to, is it this account? Yeah, this went to a viewer, Christian. He said, wanted to say thanks for making my childhood bearable with you and the crew. I'm not sure what you've been up to these days, anything like that, but I wish you the best. You definitely deserve it for being able to make so many people's days through so many people's days better through your content, my lord. Once I buy the systems required to get a lot of those games you're selling, you best believe I'm coming back for more. I appreciate it very much, Christian. And if you're a little patient, we'll be getting systems up here in the very near future, because we have a lot of systems, a lot of game systems, and our goal is to get those all listed before the holidays, for obvious reasons. But thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. I actually fucked up on this one a little bit. The copy of Guitar Hero 2 that I found, I think was actually a different copy of Guitar Hero 2, because this shows a complete inbox with the instruction manual, and the copy that I found didn't have an instruction manual, so I messaged him, and luckily it was a viewer, because this kind of shit can hurt your eBay account if people want to be dicks about it. So I messaged him, and I was like, hey man, I can't find the instruction manual, like, is that still cool? And he was like, yeah, not a big deal. And I also threw in a copy of Guitar Hero 3 with his order, which I just realized, I hope I pulled that listing for Guitar Hero 3. God lord, I'm pretty sure I did. So yeah, shout out to Christian. Thank you so much for that, man. I hope you enjoy. Searching real quick. Guitar. Okay, no listings found. Good, we're good. And then our last sale on the game account. Game account has been it's been a joke lately, but it's my fault because I haven't been really showing it any attention, any love. But we sold Super Punch-Out, so at least 2 of the games were decent sales, $14.39 plus shipping on top for Super Punch-Out. Not too shabby. So that is that on that account. Look at all those tabs, man. Look at all those tabs on the second account. So these came from a garage sale. I want to say I paid like $1 or $2 for an entire, they had it in a basket. There was a giant basket of like 7 or 8 of these plug and plays. These are the ones that they're called game keys. So these 2, I believe, take the game keys. This one did not. But they take those cartridges there, and there's different there's games built into each one individually, and then the game keys have additional games. So kind of cool. So we threw all 3 together. We did have to throw away, there was probably 10 of these altogether. I think we threw away like 2 of them. because we had to test all of them. It was funny. We were hanging out in the shed one night, and Katie was out there. She was having some drinks, and I was like, hey, have some fun. And I gave her this basket of plug and plays, and she was very excited and went over and tested them all. And unfortunately, we did have to throw away, like the SpongeBob one where you play with his nose. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. That one was in there, and that was actually one of them we had to throw away. But anyways, $20 plus shipping on top. Good little sale, because I'm pretty sure we got like the entire basket for a few dollars. Like, I know I wouldn't have paid more than like $5 probably for all of them, not knowing if they work and all that. This sale was mighty fine. I found these at a yard sale a long time ago, and I had been putting off listing them ever since. My initial thought was I was going to list these individually, and not everything that I bought from this lady is in here. There was quite a bit more. I kept one piece for us for Christmas decorations, and then I sat out like a Dollar General one that wasn't so exciting, and then something else that we're trying to sell on Facebook right now. And all this stuff is, what is this, vintage Hometown America. It's 1993. I think the white boxes are 95 and the blue boxes were 1993. So it was really cool old vintage stuff. Lots of attention to detail, and then the accessories. I think the reason I was able to get what I got was the accessories. There's so many extra little figurines and lampposts and, you know, the presents and all that stuff. Anyways, yeah, the idea was to just list them individually, and I had been putting it off. I was like, you know, we'll wait till we get closer to Christmas. And then I was watching Cincinnati Picker, and he's been shipping out some individual little houses like this, little nativity scene houses, whatever you want to call them, Christmas village houses. And I was like, damn, people are buying this shit already. Like, it's kind of early in the season. I figured, you know, it would take a little bit longer before anybody was interested. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to try listing mine. I'll go ahead and get it done. And it took me a while, taking all this stuff out of the box, presenting it, taking the pictures, packing it all back up, and all that good stuff. It took me at least an hour of work, I would say. And I listed it high. I thought, you know, I'll list it high, see what happens, lower it closer to Christmas if I have to. And it wasn't even listed for a week, man. I listed it for $120 plus $10 shipping, and it sold. I was so happy. And I'm almost positive. I remember it was a box, just an entire box or a tote completely full of this stuff. And I was like, how much do you want for your Christmas Village stuff? And she said, I'm pretty sure she said like $4. And I was like, a piece? And she was like, no, for all of it. And I was like, all right, sold. So I picked this shit up for $4 and I flipped it for 120. And there's still some extras out of it. This is a pretty cool wooden whiskey box. Now, after buying this, let me see if I can find it. I got this on Facebook. Let's see if I can find it. Why can't I find it? Where are you? Did I not put it on here? Huh. I cannot find it on here. I'm pretty sure that I bought this for... I paid up a little bit for this. There was a couple of other bidders interested. I believe I ended up winning this. I think I paid up pretty decent for this. I think I paid like $17. But I did a little research on it beforehand, and I knew it was worth a little bit of money. So, you know, when I know it's worth what it's worth, I don't mind paying up a little bit for it. So I paid $17. I sold it for $39.99 plus shipping. So still a pretty good little flip on that. This little guy, I didn't make the most money on this, admittedly. I kind of underestimated the shipping. This thing is huge and heavy. I believe I paid $30 for this. $25 maybe. I might have paid $25 for this. This George Foreman tailgating grill, brand new, still in the box. It was open, but still brand new, never used. They retail for like $100 or more, I believe. I sold it for $50 plus shipping. You know, I didn't want to try to sell it for much more than $50 because I knew the shipping was going to wreck people. In fact, this shows shipping to like my city that I live in, so it's like the lowest possible shipping that it could have cost. I believe they paid more than the sale price on this. I think they paid like $50 some to get it shipped to them, and they were all the way like out in New York. But still a decent little flip on that. Made like 20 bucks. These cars I actually got at the same garage sale that I got the plug and play arcade things, and they had like $7 on each of them and everything, and I think this is the one I looked up, and it has some like really decent resale value if it's in mint condition, and I think they have like certificates of authenticity, which is weird to me because it's just a fucking model car, but whatever. But as you can see, the door had fallen off on this one. It might be fixable. I have no fucking clue. I don't know anything about these. So anyways, they had like $7 a piece on these things, and I think I ended up paying like a little less, either 5 a piece. No, I think I paid a little less than 5 a piece. I paid like 15 bucks for 4 diecast cars that I picked, the ones that I thought might be worth the most money. And I didn't feel good about it afterwards. I was like, man, I overpaid. I don't know, like they're broken. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get my money back on these. And I finally got around to listing them the other day. It goes to show that anytime I like put something off and then I finally list it, I usually am pretty happy about the results. So I just need to get over that mental fuck and just do it. But as you can see, $20 plus shipping on top. So, you know, I already made 5 bucks. I mean, after fees and everything, a little bit less. But made my money back on the purchase and made a little bit of profit there. These were some retail arbitrage. I think I sold one of these before in the last video, so you guys probably heard about it already. But these Pokemon Hidden Fates Pen Collection Mew and Mewtwo, these retail for $14.99 at Walmart. So obviously the pair cost me $30, and I sold it for $60. Free shipping. Shipping was, I think, right at $5. I think it was $5 to ship these. So a little bit of profit there, not the most, but still pretty cool. This watch, I'm looking, I have a spreadsheet of all the stuff that I buy off of all the stuff that I buy off this Facebook auction group. I source a lot of stuff off of here. Yeah, I won this for $3. No one else bid. It was a 48-hour auction. I put in an auction last second for $3. Sales history on this guy was not very, I couldn't really find much at all. The few sales that I did find were actually much lower, like $10, $15. But they were years ago, I believe. So my thinking was, holidays are coming up. You know, I can probably get away with listing a little bit higher. Ninja Turtles are coming back in pop culture right now. Like the 1UP Arcades just announced the 4-player 1UP Arcade for Turtles in Time. You know, there's new Ninja Turtle movies coming out and everything. And so I was like, you know, I'm going to list it for 25 bucks and see what happens. And figured I'd sit on it till Christmas or something like that. But it sold like not long after I listed it. 25 bucks plus shipping. Picked it up for $3. Good little flip. This thing was awesome. I thought it was a watch and a game. I don't think it actually tells time, but it is a little mini game. Like, I mean, it's just one of those like cheapo games or whatever. But as you can see, the date right there, it's from 1991. So really cool, just piece of nostalgia there. These knives started popping off, I think, after the last video that I uploaded talking about these knives. I think I don't have many of them left. And almost every one of them was a viewer sale, I believe. Let me look. Yeah, so this one went out to Andrew. He said, hey, I hope I've been a fan since Crewcraft Season 1 and loved you guys ever since. I hope you do good with the eBay business, and can you sign the sheath? So sure enough, man, I sent you that knife, and the sheath has been signed. I think I threw some stickers in there and stuff for you too, man. So appreciate your business. Thank you so much. Then the M9 Bayonet Doppler Ruby. This one was, ooh-wee, this one's sexy. You know what I'm saying right here? I didn't mean to open that. $44.95. The M9 bayonets I've got listed a lot higher. They're the only ones that really seem to do pretty good on these. That's because these things are actually functional. If you look at the end here, you can actually fix this to a fucking rifle if you really wanted to. It's actually pretty crazy. But yeah, sold this bitch for $44.95 plus shipping, and that went out to a viewer as well. Jacob. Hova, I've been watching you since I was 12. I'm 20 now. Been a fan for so long, and it would make my day if you're able to sign the knife. Good luck with the eBay store. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy your knife. Next item here is these Bluetooth car headset things. I make like nothing on these. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pull them all off and put them on eBay or Facebook. People pay like $6, $7 for those on Facebook. Coors Light pen. Going out. I think I sent an offer out for this, so I don't know exactly how much it sold. Looks like there's only 5 available. These Coors Light pins have been picking up a little bit lately. I have this one in the truck, and they've both been selling a little bit. I'm pretty sure I picked this little tin up for like 10 cents. It was a sweet old lady, and she was like, give me a dime. And I was like, yes, ma'am. $4.99 plus shipping on top. It's got like Babe Ruth and Willie Mays and some other guys on the other that I didn't know. But it's just a little tin from the 80s, 90s. I don't remember. This watch, or what is that? Pocket clock, pocket alarm clock, whatever. I think I paid a quarter for this at a yard sale a while back. Had it listed for $10 plus shipping. And actually, the tin, the baseball tin, and this went to a fan or a viewer as well. I hate saying fan. Sorry. Edwards said, "Hey Hova, been a fan for years. Love the new things on your channel. Keep it up. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the business." Lots of viewer sales this week. Normally, I don't get very many. This week was the exception. So another TCG Pokemon Hidden Fates pin collection, $60 free shipping. This we just picked up the other day, I think last weekend. I found this, and my girlfriend might have picked it up. I'm not sure, but anyways, it had $5 on it. Came with the speakers, the little satellite antenna, and 2 remotes actually. So what I did is I listed. What I had seen is basically if you get lucky, you get one of these XM radios that has the lifetime subscription on it. It's worth like really good money because it's like grandfathered in. It's like you'll never have to pay for service because it's got the lifetime subscription. It didn't have the lifetime subscription, but still got a little bit of resale value. So I listed it for $29.99 plus shipping because it's got everything you need: speakers, the antenna, the remote, all that. And it sold like the next day. So there's another remote exactly like this. I tested both the remotes. They work fine. I've got that remote listed, I think, for like $7 or something like that. So hopefully I'll sell that too. And that was a nice little pickup for $5. This next one is another one of those die-cast cars. I actually liked this one. It was funny whenever we were taking pictures. I was like, I would ride the shit out of this fucking vehicle. Like, if this was my car, I think it's just so retro and fucking cool looking. I would drive the shit out of that car. So I was kind of like, I don't want to list it, but I listed it. $12.99 plus shipping. Sold. This next one went out to a viewer, Preston. Preston says, "Hey Hova, been a long time viewer from the crew. Love the eBay content. Could you sign the sheath for me? Much love from Iowa." Sheath signed, knife shipped. Hope you enjoy, Preston. Another knife sale. This one actually is like one of the only ones. I didn't realize it until after I shipped it, or I was thinking about it as I was shipping it, I think. Pretty sure this is like one of the only knives that I have that actually wasn't sent to me by a company to show off in like a video or whatever. This was actually my controller sponsor at the time. If you guys remember back that long, Pro Mods. Really awesome dude. The CSGO thing was just taking off, and I was showing him how popular these knives were, and I was like, hey, do you think you could custom paint a knife? He did a gut knife for me first. That video like blew up on YouTube, and then he did this one for me too, I believe. This is a Huntsman Slaughter with a really shiny overcoat on it, and came out really nice. So anyways, this one went out to Darren. Hey Hova, been a fan a long time. Love the new videos and hope all is well. It would be awesome if you could sign the blade or somewhere on there. Thanks much. Signed and sent, Darren. Hope you enjoy. My books have been popping off a little bit more lately. The books have been picking back up in sales, so I've been excited about them. John Olson's Book of the Shotgun. I picked these up very, very cheap. I don't know, less than $1 a piece. I can't even remember now, but they were cheap. $9.99 free shipping on that. Mortal Kombat 3 had some scratches on the label, so I gave a pretty good price on it compared to what, you know, better looking copies were selling. The label's real rough. The top right's all scuffed up too. And then it looks like someone just like deliberately keyed it right through. Like they were pissed off, they just lost or something. Excuse me. So $4.99 plus shipping on top for Mortal Kombat. Still not a bad little sale. No idea how much I got it for or where it came from. At this point, a lot of the stuff I don't even know. These Bible stories, I got this whole stack of Bible stories for like $3, okay? Here's the story. I think it had two volume number 9s and 2 volume number 3s, if I remember correctly, and it was missing volume 7. So I was like, all right, no big deal, because I was looking it up, and I'm like, okay, individual value, there's not much here, but the sets go for like $40, $50, right? So I'm like, all right, so I'll sell the extra copy of 3 and I'll sell the extra copy of 9. That'll pay for the copy of volume 7 that I need. Sure enough, I listed 3 and 9 really low. They sold really quickly. I had my money. I was happy. I ordered volume 7. I was like, cool, this is going to be great. And I get volume 7 and it's the wrong print. It's a different year print. And so I was really upset. I got my refund and I returned it and I ordered the correct one. It finally came in. I finally got them all listed, and then sure as shit, they sold $39.99 plus $11 shipping. These old Bible stories and old Bibles in general, the right ones can be some serious, decent money on the eBays. Shut up, phone. Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Pretty clean label on this guy. Sold $9.99 plus shipping on top of that. Oh, this watch sold, and I actually just got a return request right before I started recording this video. $89.99. This used to be my personal Apple Watch. I don't use it anymore. I haven't in a long time. I'm an Android guy now, so I was like, just listed on eBay. It sold. The guy started sending me, I got 4 different messages asking questions about what model it was and if it had been factory reset and all this stuff. Like, after he had bought it, after I had even shipped it, I was like, what are all these late questions coming in for? And then he gets it. He messages me like an hour ago, and he says that Find My iPhone is still on it or something. Like, you can tell, like, you have to choose your language here. I factory reset it. Also, I logged into my iCloud, got into Find My iPhone, shows 0 devices. Also logged in on iTunes and went to my devices. Shows the only device that it still shows is this iPad. This iPad right here. No Apple Watch. So I don't know what the guy's trying to pull, but he's trying to return it. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll keep you guys updated, I guess. Got these for like $0.25 a piece, maybe. I can't remember. Buzz and Woody iron-on, well, actually, yeah. So Buzz is a sew-on, Woody's an iron-on. I don't know. And then there was Mater from Cars as well. Got all 3 of those. I might have paid $1 for all 3 or something. I don't remember exactly. But sold the Buzz and Woody. I had a feeling they'd be pretty easy to sell, and I sold them for $15 plus shipping. So decent little pickup. Death in the Silent Places. This is one of those Peter Hathaway capstick. If you guys have been watching these What Sold on eBay videos, you've seen a lot of these books sell over the weeks. These are those books that I got for free. I was at a yard sale looking at a box of books. The guy said, hey, you want those books? You can just have them. I'm just trying to get rid of them. I said, all right, sure. Like, I didn't even know what they were. Threw them in my truck, got them home. Katie and I started going through them and realized that they were like this exotic African hunter guy. And he goes and like kills rhinos and shit. I don't know. And I had like 20 or 30 of his books, and they're all worth like at the least like $7 or $8. A lot of them were like 10, 15. Some of them were over 20. I've made a killing on these books. It's been great. So $9.99 plus shipping on top. Good little sale right there. This hat, I believe, I don't know. I got it either at a yard sale or open door or something. God, I didn't even notice all the fuzzies that were on it in that picture. It took me the longest time. No, I got this on an eBay auction. That's what I got this with a Chiefs hat, a vintage Chiefs hat that lights up. It actually has like a 9-volt battery in it. I just wanted the Chiefs hat. This was the other hat with it. I couldn't figure out what MK was until I got it in my possession, and then I saw a motor coat, looked it up. It's actually like an oil. It's an engine oil. And it's pretty cool with the flames on it and everything. It was still brand new. You can see the cardboard in it right there. Sold it for $10 plus shipping. Guys, I just got probably 50 hats at a yard sale this just a couple days ago, and I've already probably got 20-30 listed. If you guys are in the market for yourself, for your dad, for your grandpa, for whoever, with Christmas coming up, if you guys need a hat, I'm telling you, check out my hats. I got everything you could want. I got a lot of hats, a lot of hats. But anyways, that sold for what, $10 plus shipping. So more of these TCG Hidden Fates. Pokemon cards, paint collection, $59.99, free ship. So those, like I said, don't think like, oh, I cashed $60 on that. I didn't, you know, after fees and everything, my cost was $30. So, you know, and free shipping, you know, I didn't bank $60, but it's still a good sale. Lego Create It, Race to Build It board game. This is actually pretty cool. It's like you like pull a card and then you have to build what it says or something. I don't really know, but it's a Lego board game. As far as I could tell, it was complete, so I listed it as such. I hope to God it was $20 plus shipping on that on top, and I believe I paid a quarter. So good little sale right there. This little guy had, I think, $5 or $7 on it, and if you look, you see the green guy's arm, green girl, excuse me. The green girl's arm right there, it is broken and super glued back together. Also, you can see some chips in the paint down here, in the M and everything. So it was a little rough, right? So, but I had a feeling like this thing. I didn't put anything for size, for scale. This thing is about this tall. It's over a foot tall, and good 8, 9, 10 inches wide. I mean, it's a giant, like, cookie jar, candy jar, whatever you want to call it. So I ended up paying, I think, $3 for this. There's a good picture of the broken arm. But, at the end of the day, like, if it's just sitting up on a shelf, or even, I mean, it depends on who you are and how bad your standards are. It's not in the worst shape. These guys, if you guys ever see one of these out in the wild in perfect condition, I'm pretty sure the ones that are in perfect condition sell for like twice this. They sell for like $80. It's a pretty cool piece. So anyways, I listed it for $40. I almost didn't list it on here. I thought, well, maybe I'll try to sell it on Facebook and hope to get like 10, 20 bucks out of it. And I was like, no, I'll just list it on eBay, make sure I disclose all the damage and see what happens. And it sold $40 plus shipping on top. So pretty nice. Another Coors Light pin, enamel hat pin, another Peter Hathaway capstick. Safari The Last Adventure, $9.99 plus shipping. This was actually a double order. This guy ordered this one and this one, so I made $20 plus shipping on top on these two books. I'm telling you, man, these books, they've just been paying off. All right, here we go. I know I've been talking a lot in this video, but man, cosmetics can just make you boatloads of money on eBay if you find the right stuff and you get it at the right price. I found a box of, these are small 1 ounce bottles. I found a box of larger, like 3 or 4 or 5 ounce bottles of body cream, right? There was 8 of those. There was 3 of these, 2 of which were open. There's a night and a day. This is a sealed night. The sealed night sold for $20 free shipping. Literally 2 minutes after I listed this, I got a message and he said, how many do you have? Actually, he asked for a picture of the bottom, and then he said, how many do you have? And I told him I had 2 more, but they were open, and he wasn't interested in that. And then he asked if I had any of the body formula, and I was like, yeah, I actually just listed 8 of them. And he made me an offer on all 8, but it was a little low, so I'm holding off on that because I know what they can get me, even if it's a little bit long term. Anyway, so for the 8 large bottles, these 3 small bottles, and I think 9 little bottles of essential oils, eucalyptus, I paid $50 for the entire box. Already sold, like I said, this sold minutes after listing it for $20 free ship. And then the 2 unused, or the 2 opened but unused ones, already sold as well. So we'll get to that here in a second. So, and I'll tell you guys when I get to the open package ones that sold, how much I'm going to make off the big bottles. Another Coors Light truck pin. There's still 20 of those. If you guys like Coors Light or you know anybody that does, it's a cool little gift to get them. I got this actually as a throw-in, so I got it for free at a yard sale just Saturday or Friday. Listed it. I just sold 2 of these that were brand new. I sold 2 of them together for I think $10 or $12 or something like that. Listed this one as open used, and it sold for $8.99 free shipping, so a decent little profit after I got it for free. I think I paid $1 for this. It's like a pretty cool silver plated base, and then it's a glass Christmas tree. If you put batteries in it, it lights up and shit, and it sings Christmas music. $14.99 plus shipping on top. Not bad. These micro machines were at a yard sale that I just picked up Saturday. Micro machines full of micro machine, like display case, box, whatever you want to call it, full of micro machines. Had a $5 sticker on it. I looked on eBay. They were going anywhere from like $20 to $100. depending on if it had micro machines in it, and I guess what micro machines were in it. I didn't really know. Mine was a little dirtier, a little more rough than some of the others that were selling for premium prices. My little micro machine label up here was a little bit faded. So I listed it for $50 to see what would happen, and it sold within 24 hours. So I was very happy with that. Picked up this vintage, this thing was really cool. This is a vintage, all metal tackle box in really good shape. I mean, there was like a little bit of dents and stuff, and then a little bit of rust on the bottom, but really not bad. This thing was pretty damn clean. I listed it for $40, free shipping, and it sold within, I think, 24 hours, 48 hours at the most of me listing it. I picked this guy up for $3. Here are the open ones. So as you can see, there is a day and a night cream. These are still, again, the small 1 ounce bottles. I sold these guys for $30. $30 not used, open. So $30 on these, $20 on the other one. That's already $50 right there. That's how much I paid on the entire box. Now, obviously, I paid for shipping on these, so the free shipping hurt me a little bit, and then fees and everything. But basically, I'm really close to paying off that box already. And the big bottles, I have them listed for $65, and I'm pretty sure they're going to sell for that. I might have to bring it down. At the very least, I'll get $40 or $50 a box on those, and I have 8 of them. So you can do the math on that. That was a really good find, that box of cosmetics for $50. Then we got a Bible that my girlfriend actually found. We stopped at an open, what do you call those? Not a thrift, a Goodwill. Jesus, we don't have an actual Goodwill, so I can never remember that name. We have a Salvation Army and an Open Door. They're basically the same thing as a Goodwill. They're just not Goodwill. We stopped at a Goodwill in Columbia, Missouri, while we were actually doing retail arbitrage, looking for those Pokemon cards and stuff. And we found a few things, and my girlfriend actually walked over with this, and I think it had like $3.50 on it, or maybe even $7. It was like fairly expensive for a Goodwill purchase, but she was like, I looked it up, it's worth it. So we bought it, and thank you, Katie, because it sold for $40, free shipping, so made some good profit on that. Then we had Ninja Kid, which apparently Katie was the one that listed this as well, and when she was researching it, apparently, so there's ones I think with 5 screws, and then there's like NES cartridges. There's either 5 screws or 3 screws cartridges, and I guess the 3 screw cartridge is rare for this game. So normally it's not worth $20, but because it's a 3 screw version, it is. So listed it for $20 plus shipping, and it's sold. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is everything. That was a pretty long video. I'm sorry for talking your ear off. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next What I Sold on eBay Last Week. Bye-bye!